The recording is now on. You can take over. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
I
evening.
know you are all doing fun from wherever you are. If you are getting me clearly, just raise your hand so that I can see that you are getting me clearly. I can see Delhi. Any other person so that I can continue, I can start and share with this amazing skill on follow-up. If you are getting me, just raise up your hand. Okay, thank you, Edna. Okay, guys, I just want to greet each and every person from wherever you are, whether you are in Kenya, whether you are in South Africa, whether you are in Nigeria, in whichever country that you are. I welcome you to this amazing Zoom skill training. Today, my name is Lazarus Gabu. I am a Rivobit member from Kenya, and I've been in this business opportunity or in this company for the past, now it is 5 months. And during this period, I've been learning a lot. And today I just want to share some of the skills that I have acquired from this platform. And the topic of the day, we are going to learn more about making a follow-up. That is the first subtopic. And then the next, I will be taking you through how you can retain your guys whom you have introduced in the business. Remember, our business is all about duplication. So today I'm going to share some of the skills, some of the methods that have been written, and some of us, we have applied some of these methods and they have really worked on our part. So to begin with, I'm going to start explaining the meaning of the word follow-up. You know, in our business, we have only 7 skills for you to become a professional in whatever area that you are in. So we have the first one is just prospecting. That one, I know we have learned more about it. We have the second one is inviting. We have to present. Then after presentation, you have to make a follow-up to these guys whom you have invited or you have shown your business. So in follow-up, I'm going to touch on 2 parts because I splitted the word follow-up in 2 ways. And the first way in which you have to make a follow-up, you don't only make a follow-up while you have signed up someone in the business. The follow-up begins when you are inviting this person to come and have a view on your business model. Most of the time, we normally invite many people, but some of them, they don't show up. So the first part for you to make a follow-up, it's during the invitation. Invite this person to come to the maybe office or to attend the Zoom meeting, or maybe you visit in a restaurant. So the first part, you are supposed to make a follow-up before that material day has arrived. Let me assume, for example, I'm going to invite someone on 27th of this month. Today it's 24th. I will invite that person today, and then after 2 days from now, maybe on 26th, I will have to ensure that if this person will be attending the meeting in whichever platform, whether physically or whether at the Zoom meeting or whether at the office. How can I be sure that this guy will be present? I have to make a follow-up. And the follow-up that you are supposed to make from that point, you just call this person or you text this person so that he or she can assure you that he will be there for the meeting. That's where the journey begins. And then after this person has attended the meeting or has seen your business model in whichever platform, then you have also to ensure that this person, you have kept in touch with that person. And that's why I've said that in follow-up, it's just you are keeping in touch. And remember, our business is a business of relationship. You have to build this relationship, not that you don't have just to say that when this person attends the meeting or when this person signs up with you, then that is the end of everything. No, you are supposed also to create a rapport between you and this person. So you have to ensure that this person, you keep in touch with them. After this guy has attended the meeting, you have to ensure that what did this person understand most or understood most in your business model? What did this person like most? You know, most of the time we might invite someone to come and have a look. Most of the time we normally ignore those guys who attend our Zoom trainings. We normally ignore those guys because after they're attending, no one is making follow-up on these guys. And that's when you can find that the guy can look for someone else. And in the long run, you find that this guy has joined another person. So what are you going to do to ensure that you are going to sign up this person? So you have to ensure that the first thing that you must ensure that you ensure that you just know the whereabouts of these guys. How did they have a view, or what is their opinion about whatever you have shown them? They have to respond. And after responding, remember at first, our business during the time that you are being exposed to. By the way, I just want to know by raising your hand, who joined immediately after being maybe presented to the opportunity? Just raise your hand if you joined immediately. Okay, I just want to see your hands up. Who joined immediately? Okay, I've seen some hands up. Those guys who joined immediately, the first exposure. In your first exposure, you decided to make that bold decision. For example, I did not join immediately. I took some times before I got on board. Why? I had to go and think about it. Remember our business model, you are just introducing someone to something new. All of us, we were trained to become employees. We were not trained to do business. And by the first time you are being exposed to this business environment, before you make that bold decision, you need to go and sit down and think about what you are going to do next. Or you are making someone to make a decision. You are trying to tell them to start something that they have never done in their life. So before this guy starts, they have to know that they have to do their own personal research. And most of us, we normally fail in this field because we don't usually make follow-up. Maybe you have exposed someone in this for your business, maybe for the first time. Then once you are done with this person, you let this person disappear. You're not going to talk to him. You're not going to know their whereabouts. You're not going to have the feeling how they are doing, to know if they are okay or if they had a problem in their families. You need to keep in touch with these guys so that they can know that this guy has a certain, apart just from the business, the person also cares about me. And these are some of the things that the importance of making a follow-up. I just want to highlight some of them. What follow-up assists you? Follow-up provides a support and ensures that you will be there to guide your prospect. Assure these guys that you are going to be there. That's the first thing. If I know that you are going to be there for me, then I can come and be part of your team because you have assured me the support. That's the first statement. You have to assure them your support before they come on board. Because during the first exposure, this guy might not be having even the money, or he or she might be having the money, but the person might not be ready to start the business with you. But with the time, after you keeping in touch with them, you'll find that the assurance, the talk, that being concerned about their lives, about their families, that's something that will make them to do what? To to become part of your team. Another thing that you need to do, you have to share your stories and your journey of the business with them. Just share the journey, share your story to these guys. Share your story to your prospect. And by sharing, you'll find that at the end of the day, this guy will feel emotions. The emotions will arouse inside them, and they will, like, maybe they are undergoing something worse than yours. But if you give them your story and how you were able to get out of that situation by joining the opportunity that you are having now, then that might turn this guy to become part of your team. If you don't do that, it's not easy for you to sign up against that person. And remember, another thing that you need to note down is that during the first exposure, this guy is supposed to be exposed 4 to 6 times before they make a decision. So in follow-up, you have to make follow-up to these guys 4 to 6 times. For example, it's not that I'm not trying to say that you have to make the follow-up on a daily basis. No. If I've talked to you twice in a week, I will also talk to you after 1 week or 2. Remember, some of the guys whom I've been able to sign in my team, these guys, I talked to them when I was joining the business. But during that time, they were not able to start the business at the moment. But after 2 to 3 months, they were able to come and tell me, hey, Lazarus, I'm ready now to get started. Why? Because I've been keeping in touch with them. I've been sending something. I've been calling them directly. You know, if you just send messages, sometimes they don't work. You have to call this person, know their whereabouts. Maybe someone went home and they got discouraged, whatever, in their job, in their workplace, or someone after leaving the office, you are telling this person to give you some money, or to pay through the company to start a business with a certain amount of money, and at that time this person do not have the money. So when he leaves let's say the venue where you are, where he or she was being presented to, you'll find that once this person has gone home, this person will forget about that business after a week or 3, or after even 1 week. The person will forget. But when you keep in touch with them, you'll find that these guys will be remembering, even if the situation, we have been undergoing so many challenges in life. Even you personally, you are undergoing some challenges. But when you are reminded this challenge, you can overcome them by doing A or B. Then you will remember that, hey, someone told me, drew for me a plan somewhere, so I have to chip in that plan. And by doing that, you'll find that at the end of the day, you will be signing in this guy. And another thing that I would like to tell you guys, you have also to share. You know, our business model is splitted in 2 parts. While doing your follow-up, don't just focus on asking these guys about the money, asking them when will they be coming to join you. No, you have also to share the wellness of the product. Share with them the testimonies. Share with them what the product has done to you, or someone in your family, someone in your team, or a certain person. Maybe you had someone who wanted to recover from a certain chronic condition. Share with them that I've been using this product. I gave someone this product, and this guy has been giving me a positive response. You can also ask that person. And by that, you are also doing follow-up. Because at the end of the day, this person will see that the product that he or she was shown is working to someone else. And by that, this guy, in the long run, he or she will come and join you. That's another way in which you can make a follow-up to these guys. And another point that you can note down is that you have to share your dreams. Share your dreams with these guys. And also just know their dream also. Let them tell you what will they want to achieve in life. Even if it's not with the business, just give them a platform in which they can just share their dreams with you, so that someone can tell you, I just want to be A, B, C, D. I wish to live a certain type of life. And by that, you can tell this guy, if you want to achieve that, we have this platform. The platform that I showed you can ensure that you will be having that type of life in future. And by that, you'll find that in the long run, this guy will come and be part of your team. So those are some of the tips on making a follow-up. And another thing that I just want us to know is, one, during the follow-up or during the presentation, maybe after inviting this person to see your business model, we normally term it we normally term it as if it is at noon. Just to draw a clock on top there, we have 12. That is at noon. That's the time that you are showing this person the business model. And at that time, this guy is not ready. Remember, they have the employee's mind. So you are telling this person to make that bold decision of becoming part of your team by removing some cash or paying some cash. These guys might not be ready, but at that time, maybe they are having some challenges from that 12 noon to 3 p.m. You'll find that this guy is still thinking about the business. They are not ready to get started, but they have some problems which are gnawing them. So at that time, it's not easy, but you have to keep in touch with them. Just know whatever they are undergoing at their workplace. Just know how much they are making. Is it able to sustain maybe the family, their needs? You'll find that these guys will start telling, your prospect will start telling you, sharing more about their families. They will be sharing more about their businesses or their work. And at that time, they are not ready. Then when it reaches at 9 p.m., these guys, the problem that they were facing during the 12 to 3 p.m., you'll find that this problem has become known to almost everyone. And at the end of the day, you'll find that these guys will be almost ready to get started in your business. But if you don't keep in touch with them, they will forget. But you have to keep in touch with them, and so that at the end of the day, when it comes to from 6 to 9 p.m., you'll find that I'm using the clock. You can follow it. So from 6 to 9 p.m., we find that these guys are almost ready to get started, though they are having some things which are dragging them behind. And then from 9 to midnight, you find that they are just ready to get started. Because of the problem, the challenges that they have been undergoing, you'll find that these guys will be ready to get started with you. So guys, those are some of the tips that you can use in the making follow-ups while you are making follow-ups to your prospect. The first thing I said, you have to ensure that you start following up by inviting. During invitation, make a follow-up to ensure that these guys will show up. And then immediately after the presentation, you have to ensure that you keep in touch with this guy. Use 12 or it is 20, between 24 to 48 hours. Make sure that you are in touch with them so that you can know what their opinion. Remember, after leaving that place where we normally have maybe where they are being presented the opportunity, after leaving that place, they will go to their home places. And once they reach there, they will find some negativity because they will share with some guys. So you have to keep in touch between 24 to 48 hours to see if these guys, are they still positive or are they still negative? In whatever outcome, you have to be ready for it. Because if they are positive, it's just okay. If they have find negativity, you have to invite them for the second time, give them the second exposure so that they can know what the importance of the business, or they can know how the business is running despite the fact them being not around. And then another thing, you have to, during the follow-up also, you don't only follow up so that they can get signed up. No, we normally have so many things that normally happen in our company. We have events, we have upcoming events, we have some of the tools that we normally use. So you can even make a follow-up by updating them. On this date, we are going to have a certain event. Like, for example, at the moment we are having that promo, you can use the promo to make a follow-up. Because at first, maybe you introduced this person to the business and we were paying, the company had not given the 16% promo. Maybe they were just paying 100% for the starter. You can use that to make a follow-up. And then on the same note, we have the Turkey trip, Turkey to Greece trip next year. You can use that one to make a follow-up. You'll find that someone will be interested. People like traveling so much. It's that they don't usually have time because of their jobs or work. Wherever they work, they are not given that time. But if you decide to share with them about the upcoming events, you find that someone might be interested, and then at the end of the day, this guy will be, I assure you, that person will be part of your team. Okay, another thing that you need to involve in the follow-up is you ensure that you promise them the support. And once you promise someone a support, make sure that you keep that promise. Because once this person will sign up, most of us, we normally fail in this business just because we don't provide the support that we normally promise our prospect before they join us. We promise them that we will be supporting them, we will be with them, but after someone has signed up with you, has become part of your team, you find that you're not providing the support to this guy. You're just ignoring them. How are you going to support them? That is another thing that I'm going to talk about in the retaining part. So those are some of the tips on follow-up. So I'm going to touch a little bit on retaining. I won't spend much of the time, but I'm going just to touch some part on retaining. So in retaining, what is retaining? First of all, retaining is ensuring that someone remains in the business after they have signed up. And for you to be able to retain, the first thing that you need to do, you have to ensure that you retain yourself in the business. First of all, retain yourself in the business. And how are you going to retain yourself in the business? Is learning more about the company, have the knowledge about the products, have the knowledge about the compensation plan, read more about those who have made it in this industry. What did they undergo through before they became successful? You know, some of us, we normally become part of this opportunity, and then we think that after 3 months, after 1 month, we are going to be millionaires. No, it does not work like that. You have to learn more about the business. You have to be consistent. You yourself, be consistent. You have to be showing up in all the platforms, the events, the meetings, like the Zoom meetings, the trainings. Most of us, we normally fail in this industry because we don't attend trainings. But I assure you, once you attend the trainings, like the training of today, yes, it might look somehow boring, or it might look somehow amazing, but you take some keywords in it, and those words will build you. So you must ensure that you retain yourself. And how are you going to retain yourself? By showing up. Remember, you are prospecting someone is coming around that office, or someone is becoming part of this business, and then you have assured them that you will be there for them. Then after them joining or signing up, maybe this person is in another country. You're not keeping in touch with this person. This person is having their prospect who wants to become part of the company also, but you are not there for them. So they don't know what to do. And that's where we fail. And remember, in retaining, where there is money is in retaining, because our business is a business of duplication. once you have retained one person, that person will do wonders. That person is the one who will bring money to you, because whatever that person will be doing, especially in our platform, in our compensation plan, Drivobit has the best compensation plan ever. Whoever you bring on board and you retain that person will be making money for you. Yes, they will be getting their direct or whatever, but you will be getting something out of those guys. So you have to ensure that you retain yourself first of all, so that when this guy, you have signed up this guy today, tomorrow the guy is coming maybe around the office or he's making a call, you are offline. First of all, that maybe he is outside your mother country, then he is making a video call or a WhatsApp call, you are offline. Then you are not there for them. You are not providing the support that you promised them. So you have to ensure that you keep in touch and then you support this guy. So, and how can you retain yourself? The reason as to how you can retrain yourself, the first point that you need to know, you have to learn your why. Someone type your why. Just type your why. If you are getting me, kindly type your why so that I know we are still together. Type your why. Your why, you will automatically retain yourself in the business. Hello, leaders.
Why?
Yes. Any other person? Your why. Just type your why. Okay. I've seen Assumpta. I've seen Faith. Yes, you need to know your why. If you know your why, that one will keep you, will retain you in the business. But if you cannot know your why, then you won't retain yourself in the business. And if you cannot retain yourself in the business, then automatically you cannot retain someone else in the business. So you need to know your why, know your dreams, know your visions in life. And by that, you will be working towards that. You, at the beginning, you'll have to work hard so that to attain your why. But after a short period of time, you'll be working smart. Okay, so first of all, go and review your why and have enough knowledge in the business, in the products, so that at the end of the day, this person whom you will be retaining in the business, the person who you will bring in the business, you'll be able to explain any condition that might arise. Maybe this person might be facing another question from someone else and they don't know what to answer. So you are supposed to be there for them to assist them in solving those problems. That's another thing. So another way in which you can retain, apart from retaining yourself, you need to retain someone else. How are you going to retain them? You have to train them. We deal with systems, we deal with products. Retain these persons by training them how the system operates. Train them about the compensation plan in details. Let them know all the 9 ways of making money. And remember, this is not just a lesson for one day. It takes time, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks. For a fast learner, it takes normally the minimum of 3 weeks. But for a slow learner, he or she can take 2 months or 3. So you need to train these guys. Always be there training them. The training will keep these prospects in the business. The training will keep your downlines in the business. So you have to ensure that they know everything, so that at the end of the day, when they apply whatever you have taught them. And another thing, provide materials to these guys so that they can know more even than you. And by doing that, you'll be retaining these guys. They will never leave the business. And if you are holding a training for your downline, whether it's a Zoom, whether it's an InMo, whether it's a WhatsApp, whether it is physical training, make sure that they are all there. During the start of the business, most of our downlines at that time, they haven't made money. So at times, because it's a business of duplication, at times you need to support them, either in cash, either in paying some, maybe you can buy someone a coffee, you can buy someone lunch, you know, that is retaining these guys in the business. And by doing that, you will be duplicating. At the end, in the long run, they'll do whatever you have been doing to others. And when they do that, you will be making money. So those are some of the tips that I wanted to take you guys through. And if you apply them, if you learn them, if you show them to your downlines, I'm quite sure that both of us or all of us will become successful in this business. So the main tip in retaining is teaching your downlines to know more than even you know. I'm not saying that you stop learning also. You have to learn also more about the business, because our business is a business in which we learn and at the end of the day, we earn. And by learning, we gain more knowledge and skills on the same. So you have to learn more. You have to train your downlines on the same, on how to do the business. Okay, that's all that I had tonight. So I just want to take the mic back to my mentor, Leader John Ma, so that in case if someone has a question, if someone has anything to say, he will give you a chance and you will have to ask the question. Then I'm still on, I can answer the question. Back to you, Leader John.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Leader Lazarus, all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah. I like it the way you have taken us through this session. It was so amazing. We have learned a lot. Yes, Leader Lazarus has shared a lot. He is from Kenya. We are proud of him. He is one of our best trainers we have in Nairobi. Yes, he has a big team, and that's why he was the best person positioned to do a training on how to retain a team. Did the Lazarus feel appreciated for the session? We are grateful for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. If the participants have got any question, kindly share the question. Other members can also help in answering your question. If you have any question on follow-up and retention, ask from the chat box or raise up your hand. Yes, Richard has promised lunch for you, Leader Lazarus. Any question from participants? Let's appreciate Leader Lazarus. Let's also ask any question. Any question? Mr. John. Yes, John D has appreciated you. Thank you. Okay, in case there is no question, I request to end the session at that point. The session has been recorded. Yes, let's keep appreciating him. Thank you, Leader Bonita, for appreciating Leader Lazarus. Thank you, Leader Karen Naulido, for appreciating Leader Lazarus. John has a question. Unmute yourself, John. Let me allow participants to unmute themselves and ask a question. So, you can ask any question, John. Unmute yourself, John. And ask the question. We can't hear you. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Delhi, for appreciating. Thank you, MD Connie. Thank you for appreciating. Thank you, Assumpta. Yes, John, you are allowed to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. It's allowed. Thank you. If you can't ask the question verbally, you can type. Any other person with a question? Just unmute yourself and ask. Thank you. We're still waiting for John to ask his question. He can unmute himself and ask a question. What if the downline is quite far? How do you retain him or her? What if the downline is quite far? Let's say you are in South Africa and your downline is in Lesotho. Let's say you're in South Africa, Johannesburg, and your downline is in Cape Town or Polokwane. Let's say you're in Nigeria and your downline is in Saudi Arabia. How do you retain them, Leader Lazarus? Okay. Thank you. Let me answer that question. The way to retain somebody who is far is the same way you can retain somebody who is near, only that the communication will be online. One is to give them updates on the functionings and events of the company. Two, keep communicating with them frequently or often and know how they are doing. Three, make them have results so that even them withdrawing will feel they are encouraged. Like if you have a team away and it's making money, it is already retained. Make sure that they have convenience in getting the products, in withdrawing all those. Keep them in touch with the people or the stockists or the offices in their country, if there is any. If there is no, make sure that they attend Zoom meetings like we do. Let's make sure that they attend the Zoom meeting so that they will keep in touch with us. That's the answer. Thank you. Leader Azaz was okay, okay. I have answered the question. Any other question? You're welcome, John. Thank you. I will request to end this session at this juncture. I would request Leader Richard to say something and end the meeting. Kindly, just something short. Leader Richard, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Richard?
I'm still in the road.
Okay.
I'm not yet home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Richard is on his way home. He is not yet settled. It's good that he has attended this session from wherever he was. How can you retain the prospect that has promised to join for the business after 3 months from? Okay, what it means to retain is already a signed up member. It's a member who has just signed up. It's a new member who already has an account. That is the way to retain. But a prospect who has said to join the business for 3 months, that is about following up. How do you follow up? Somebody who has said about 3 months. One, you write it on your diary. Secondly, keep knowing about how they are faring with life. Keep a good rapport with them. Make sure that you will be caring. Keep watching their status. Compliment their status. Get to love what they love most. Get to know them better. Get to know their stories. Get to know if they are struggling financially. Get to know if they have, let's say, a family. Get to know them better. Now, once in a while, that's why they have given you 3 months. So most of the time is when you talk to them as a friend, not putting the idea of business into question. Because anytime you talk about them, they will always remember about you and your business. So avoid talking much about your business when you're following up with someone who has given you 3 months, because it will automatically come to their mind anytime you talk to them. So keep a good relationship with them. Thirdly, once in a while, show them the importance of joining the business. Give them the updates, as Lazarus has taken us through the skills. Updates on the events, updates on promotions, updates on offers, anything that is happening. Updates on testimonies, if maybe they're interested in a product. That's how to make sure that you're following up even for 3 months. But for you not to be so boring, don't keep on talking about the business every now and then. They'll meet you. They will feel that you are hunting them. No. Keep a good relationship with them. Know how they are performing. Know how they are faring with life. Thank you, Jose, for that question. I hope I have answered you rightfully. This meeting is recorded. I will now convert it to a video and post it on our YouTube at RivuBit Kenya. So for more information, get to our RivuBit platform, RivuBit Kenya, YouTube, RivuBit Kenya, Facebook, RivuBit Kenya, TikTok, RivuBit Kenya, Twitter, RivuBit Kenya, Instagram, rivubitkenya.com on Google. So we are all over RivuBit Kenya. That is the team that we are working with. The business is RivuBit International, because we have teams all over the world, but we now have a more customized social platforms for this team, RivuBit Kenya. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to our great leader, Leader Lazarus from Kenya. My wish for you is to be successful. My wish for you is to go pro. My name is John. I hope that you have learned a lot. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed evening from wherever you are. Good night.